Grace and peace, family. Grace and peace. Assalamu alaikum. Shalom. My hotep. Namaste. Free the land, beloved. Y'all know what time it is. Come on in, come on in, come on in. You are tuned into my new channel that I am building, The Vicki Show, right here on VickiDillard.tv. After years of helping to build such large networks as Fly Nubian and Your Black World and so many others interrelated and affiliated with them, I am now building for myself. I know I keep hearing from so many of you that say, hey, how can I find Vicki? You've been going to those old platforms trying to find me. Let everybody know that your sister, who normally has curly braids, I'm straight today, is building her own channel, and tell them that they can find me here at VickiDillard.tv, Vicki Dillard TV right here on YouTube. Also, be sure to check out my website at VickiPlanet.com. That's VICKI Planet.com. I believe I put the website in the description box. Shout out to one of my beautiful moderators, Shalina Williams, highlighted in blue. Shout out to the family that's tuning in here. I thank you all so much. Somebody just said, I missed you. D says that I missed you back, beloved. I bow to each of you all. Thank you all so much for riding with me. Thank you for your extraordinary patience. You all know that my schedule is not set, but I'm going to be at least doing weekly shows here at VickiDillard.tv. I've been addressing my health. And you all know that I'm going to make sure I take care of it. So many people with platforms have gotten tens of thousands of views over the past several years, mocking my illness, making fun of me, calling me names, calling me out of my name, lying about me, slandering me, dogging me, a public figure, for the people that they consider to be voiceless, the people they consider to be nobody, the people that's considered to be the Black grassroots, a phrase we came up with here. Shout out to you, my true supporters, who came up also with the initials from that phrase that was started here on the Vicki Show, #BGR. Beloved, they don't like our voices going forward. They don't like the fact that we are raising up the dead. Somebody talk Black to me, but they don't like the fact that I'm telling you that you're world shakers and history makers. So family, I want to let you all know that we are in our finest hour. I thank all of you so much for rocking with your sister. So make sure, beloved, on the count of 3 that you hit that thumbs up button. On the count of 3, I want you to share. And if you have not subscribed to my new channel that I am finally building for myself, like I've helped to build for so many other larger networks, I want you to do this for me on the count of 3. I want you to hit the thumbs up button. I want you to share, and make sure that you subscribe to the channel, and be sure also that you hit the notifications bell. Somebody talk Black to me. You all know that you are tuned in, beloved, today for your war briefing. Are you ready? Are you all ready? Are you all ready? 1, 2, 3, thumbs up. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Shout out to you, 7 good days, for your super chat. Your super chat is blessed 1,000-fold, beloved. I am so pleased that you have joined us today. So hit that thumbs up button, share. And again, if you have not subscribed to my new channel, VickiDillard.tv, make sure that you subscribe and hit that notification bell. Family, without further ado, I want us to get right to where we are going. Somebody put in the chat, #Jayland Walker. Somebody put in the chat, #Jayland Walker. Shout out to my Instagram family. Instagram, thank you for calling me beautiful, beloved. Shout out to my hip hop God friend, the legend, the new hip hop standard legend, my brother Unstar. I see you, beloved. Y'all be sure to support him. He's in the chat right there, beloved. He has given us true conscious rap and spreading the message and doing it with such swag. I had the high privilege of being with my brother, who showed me such great honor, as well as Tashina Arnold and a few others that I had the wonderful privilege. So many of my fans that I didn't even know was there live in LA for a benefit, for a fundraiser. And by the way, family, I won. I was the highest bidder. I saved up some coins and I was the highest bidder from an auction. Y'all look. And so this is $1,000 worth of product that I was given. I won the highest auction, y'all. I saved up my coins to give on behalf of the Black grassroots. Somebody talk black to me. So I can't wait to open up this. And so my sisters, y'all be on the lookout because I'm looking forward to doing a giveaway. Shout out to my sister, Naturally Tura. I see you there. I see you, Audrey. I see you, Dondi. I'm so pleased that you all are with us today. Again, thank you so much for sharing this broadcast. Instagram, I want you all to get ready to come on over now to Vicki Dillard TV on YouTube, or you can reach me directly live at vickidillard.tv. Now, family, somebody else please put in the chat, hashtag pull up summer. Somebody put in the chat, hashtag pull up summer. Somebody put in the chat, hot summer. Don't play with it. You all know that for years, the Vicki show, whatever network I was on, I always made sure to inform our people and to inspire our people at the same time. You all know that I teach you both about physical life and metaphysical life. Why? Because we are more than what meets the eye. Shout out to my other moderator, First Work Media. Talk black to me. He's also highlighted in blue, family. Our moderators who are highlighted in blue, Shalina and my brother here at First Work Media, they're going to be putting important links in the chat. The Vicki show is not about me. The Vicki show is about the rise of our people and by extension, the world. I come on this show and some laugh at me with the gavel. You all know I received this revelation about the gavel some 15, 16, some plus years ago. It was a spiritual revelation. And I brought the gavel to social media. And the reason why I was led to use the gavel for the Vicki show all of these years is because the gavel is a symbol of authority. And it is important that I debunk this notion that power only lies with members of the oppressive class. I must make clear to you that your word matters. My word matters. What we say matters. The gavel is not a symbol that should only be associated with policymakers and judges. So the Vicki show is a home of the hand claps and the gavel raps. Talk black to me. So I want you to know that we are now again in a very hot summer. Somebody say Jayland Walker. It's pull-up summer. Why do we say pull-up summer? We say pull-up summer because this generation, this breed of people, Abuchi, your gift on my Cash App is blessed 1,000-fold. This breed of people that we're raising up, those of us they consider to be nobodies, those of us that they're laughing at because we use social media to reach folks. Vicki using her laptop and a cell phone, upsetting White House officials like Kareem Jean-Pierre, who is a press secretary who's blocked me from a couple of social media places, upsetting The View, to where the former Meghan McCain, who was on The View, blocked your sister because I was given such a powerful defense of my sister Tamika Mallory, only for Tamika Mallory to get mad at me and to block me too. Got CNN folks in my DMs. Got MSNBC people mad at us. What do they care about little Vicki? It's not about me. They're concerned about you. And we are not limited by the establishment. We're not limited by the stuff that they tell us we're limited by. And those are the individuals that I'm here to raise up. I'm talking to you. Pull Up Summer is about the fact that we're doing things different. You all know I always am very clear as an online influencer in the eyes of many considered to be a public figure. I always make sure to disclaim that I am not egging anybody on to violate any laws or to unnecessarily be the aggressor. You know that. But you have every right, every God-given right to defend your life. And we have normalized the murder of our people, and we have not called it what I've been calling it since day one, and that is war. And I have explained to you that you don't believe you're at war because we're in the hells of North America and because they have parks and recreation. Talk black to me. Because this battlefield has malls and has spas, massage parlors. Because there are colleges and universities here. You get confused and you're still unable to recognize that this is a battlefield and we're at war. You all, some of you, know the stats of the Ukrainian war with Russia. You know what's going on in Afghanistan. But you are not calling what we've been dealing with for these more than 467 years what it really is, and that is war. When you believe that, you act like it. And it is this country that has declared it on us. We've done nothing but forgiven our oppressors. We've done nothing but walks amongst our tormentors for nearly 500 years and said, we forgive you. We are the most sympathetic. We are the most empathetic. We're the most forgiving people you can find. We are the most accommodating. And they still murder us. Jayland Walker. I'm going to read just a little bit of this article. They shot at our brother 90 times. 60 bullets, based on some of the latest reports I read, hit his body. I don't want us to just say his body was hit with 60 bullets. We need to be using the number 90. They tried to kill him at least 90 times. This beast is savage. And the word savage does not normally go under the characteristics or the traits of a human being. What's wrong with them? And what's wrong with us and our strategy? That we have been in the same kind of war for 500 years. Talk black to me. Instagram, come on over to VickiDillard.tv or go straight to YouTube and just put Vicki Dillard TV and you'll be able to find me there. I'm only going to be here a few minutes, so come on over Instagram. Thank you so much. By the way, family, while I upload this, you can follow me on Instagram at Vicki X Dillard. That's VICKIX Dillard. Yes, yes, yes. You can follow me on Twitter at Dillard Vicki. You can follow me on Facebook at Vicki Dillard, and I am also now on TikTok at I am Vicki Dillard. Somebody say, I am Vicki Dillard. So repeat after me. I am Vicki Dillard. I'm gonna have to hit the gavel on that. Somebody hear me. I am. Sorry, I got the twitch going on. I am Vicki Dillard. I am Vicki Dillard. Talk black to me. It's important. We're at a time now of identity theft. Talk black. Talk black to me. These 43 years of living, I've been doing this on my own. God, today, dealing with some of the highest forces with the U.S. government, state and local, the work that I've been doing, the life I've been living, the miracles and the signs and wonders that took place offline. I am Vicki Dillard. I am Vicki Dillard. Just thought I needed to put that out there. Just wanted to say that. God, today, it's important. This is important. It's important. It's important. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, family. While I upload this live, y'all know I'm a one-woman show. I said I'm a one-woman show. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. While I'm dealing with my health, beloved. While I'm taking care of myself. While I'm making sure that Vicki lives a long, healthy, strong life. Talk black. Thank you all for your patience while I take care of my health. But still tune in weekly until I get the specific dates. I'll be regularly going live. Make sure you stay tuned. Stay tuned to my other social media platforms because I'm always putting content up there. I'm also working on other projects. Important projects to bless and heal the world. That's one of the reasons I was in. That's one of the things I did when I was in LA. Thankfully, I was able to see my producer brother live while I was in LA for the celebrity fundraiser for this nonprofit organization. But also I ended up doing another like Zoom meeting with some of the others too while I was there. So I was trying to knock out a whole bunch of stuff at the same time. But my music meditation project is going to be so yummy. And it's for you, beloved. I've got a couple of other yummy things that's coming up this year. And again, it has to do with my assignment on the earth. And it's for you. And it's time for me to do more in a different way. Talk black to me. Dondi says, Vicki, your health is very important. It's considered your wealth. You got that right, beloved. And I'm not going to let no demon in hell, God, today take me out. Talk black to me. Edward, you're very beautiful. Thank you, beloved. Okay, family. Now I'm done with the chit chat. Now I needed to do that y'all know how I be trying to do that while I'm trying to upload live at the same time. Y'all so precious and patient. Now let's get on to where we're getting on today. I'm reading now from this NPR article. It says the shooting of Jayland Walker in Ohio revives questions about police training. Somebody say the devil is a lie. It's not reviving no questions about no police training. We're not believing and we're not going to push that tired, libelous trope. Are y'all hearing me today? We're not going to forget our 25-year-old brother, Jayland Walker. May we never forget. No, this ain't about no police training. The police have proven to us that they're actually soldiers in this war against us. Yes, I have given you plenty of receipts to let you know about the training of America. You all know that more and more and more, they've proven that it's infiltrated with an overwhelming number of bona fide, certified white supremacists throughout police departments across this country and in the military. We told you guys that before they admitted it and before all kinds of reports came out and before other white soldiers and military persons and police officers came out to tell you the same. Is that right? We, the new black media, told you that a long time ago. The Vicki Show for sure gave you receipts that some of America's soldiers were actually trained by former Israeli soldiers and some present Israeli government affiliated individuals. Some used to work for the Mossad. The Mossad is basically tantamount or equal to the CIA in America. I have given you previous receipts that some police officers actually travel to Israel to get training. So it's not even just a domestic issue, it's a geopolitical issue. The Iran-Contra scandal involved multiple countries, and they funded that war based on the backs of Black people. That's when your country flooded drugs into your neighborhood again, created crack cocaine, which we had never known what it was before they introduced it, made Black drug dealers, created the laws to entrap them. And so because Congress denied Reagan, the Reagan administration, the funding and the money to go to war with the Sandinistas and all that, do your research. How many of y'all remember the Oliver North hearings? Pull all of this up. Because Congress denied them the money for it, they went to the streets to get the money by making drug dealers flooding drugs into our communities, and they used the money that they made off of making crackheads and drug dealers to fund that war. Did y'all know that? So when I'm talking to the Black grassroots, you are automatically global, whether you know it or not. It wasn't just the Sandinistas from South America. It was called the Iran, Iran, Contra. They were involved. And you were at the center of it. Why am I reminding you of these things? Because you're more important than you know. And you are being used. I got 5 minutes. And you are being used in ways that you often can't even see. That's right, Queen Andrew, when she said, just say no. That Becky, funny looking Reagan, Nancy's funny looking self, confused little self. Y'all's former first lady, funny looking self. Talking to Black people. I remember when I was in school, elementary school in Mississippi, bringing the police there, and they gave us some black t-shirts that said dare on them. If somebody tries to sell you drugs, say it with me, kids. Just say no. And the whole time, prior to her husband taking the office, Reagan, Nixon, they were already setting it up to go to war with Black people. And it was their evil strategists that say, no, let's call it a drug on war, even though originally it was considered to be a war on Black people. Shout out to my other moderator, Rashida, in the chat. They're highlighted in blue, beloved. Tell them again, Rashida, you're more important than you know. And so the whole time while you living your life trying to live, you trying to make it through school, starting your business, going through college, raising babies, taking care of other family members. The highest levels of government, not just the CIA. Listen, not just the CIA. It was the White House. Did you hear what I said? It was the White House that was planning your demise. Black family in America. It's America, not us. It's America, not us. It's that mystery Babylon that the sacred text refers to. America, not us. That's the aggressor. And that initiated this war. And the question is, are we going to finally come together and make our own neighborhoods and families in the most righteous and upright manner, safe and decent places to live, like the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan would use that phrase, safe and decent places to live? Are we going to continue the old, same, tired, useless, can you really call it a strategy of voting to save lives? What is this black woman I saw talking about the death of our dear brother Jayland Walker? And during that rally, she up there talking about we need to vote. We're under a Democratic president right now, family. Y'all put in a Democratic Congress, both in the Senate and the House of Representatives. Talk black to me. The city where he's from, the area where he's from is democratically run. What are you talking about? When Obama's funny looking self was in office, those 8 years, we were being murdered and they were taking the retaliation of a black man being in office out on us. And Obama was still calling us thugs. Y'all know I got to scream today. That's my mama energy. Somebody say, pull up summer. Pull up summer is about the fact that this breed of generation ain't going out like that. We are following your laws. We are following your rules. Our loved ones forgive you before our murdered ones are even in the ground. What are they pushing us to do? What is America trying to egg us to do? America's trying to entrap us, ain't she? Is this a setup, America? You entrapping all the black people in the country with the way y'all moving. Y'all trying to push us to do something crazy. What are you trying to get us to do, America? When your courts don't give us justice. When your laws are unjust, which means that they are no laws at all, ethically, morally. Thumbs up, family. Share, 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 share. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Now my article's trying to act funny now. Stop playing with my stuff now. I had it ready for y'all and everything. Now this thing is acting strange. Let me go to the Washington Post. Akron police released video of officers shooting black man dozens of times. Police released body camera footage Sunday showing officers firing dozens of rounds at a black man who left his car while fleeing a traffic stop 1 week ago. Family, I bet not hear none of us talk about no dozens. See, the media knows how to use words to lessen their savage murder against us. They know how to use words so that their genocide and war against black folks don't sound like war and genocide. So they say dozens. No, 90 shots. I don't want to hear y'all talking about, well, 60 hit them. That's after we first say 90. Black man who left his car. It says a black man who left his car while fleeing a traffic stop 1 week ago, a killing that has sparked outrage, investigations, and demands for accountability. Akron Police Chief Stephen Millett said he did not know the exact number of rounds that were fired at Jayland Walker, 25, but Millett added, of course, this has been updated since then. The medical examiner's report indicates that more than 60 wounds on Walker's body. Somebody say that's a beast. riddling somebody's body, trying to kill him first with 90 shots and with more than 60 for sure that hit his body. That don't sound human. Why am I saying these things? When they crucified a number of our Black people in America and tied them to a tree, set them on fire, they dismembered their bodies, family. The people that you call your brothers and sisters in Christ now. The people that you say are your brothers and sisters in Christ. They chopped off the phallus of your daddies and uncles. Their dogs later bit the breasts of your mothers. They raped your mothers and they sodomized your daddy. Let me go back. How many of you all have heard of Joan of Arc? I say this all the time because I'm upset by this. It was required reading in school that we learn about this white girl over in Europe who was burned at the stake. But it was America's modus operandi. It was standard for America to burn our people at the stake. Your open enemy ate Black body parts. They fought for them and some paid the highest dollars for pieces of them because they understood something sacred about your Black melanin. They did demonic Christian rituals on their bodies to reenact the Moses experience. The reason in many cases some of our people were hung on a tree on a Sunday is because it was, quote unquote, the Lord's day. And it was run in many cases by the clergy of white churches. These were diabolical, demonic Christian rituals. So when you funny looking, ignorant talkers in La La Land come commenting on my page, getting up in my DMs about my spiritual system and what I was brought to the earth to teach, when you go to telling me about what you call satanic and demonic, and you lie and you twist my teachings and those with whom I work spiritually, you better get your, what other practice, what other spiritual system chopped off your penis and ate your body parts? Christians, don't you dare talk to me about a devil and a demon. You know not what a devil or a demon is. You better sit and get your funny looking self out of my face with your Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, which I show nothing but respect to. You ain't got nothing to say to me with your blind self. Police chief described the footage, which was blurred to obscure Walker, as, quote, difficult to watch and shocking. He said he would reserve judgment until hearing the officers involved. Evidence indicates that Walker had fired a gun during the car chase. How many of you all know? We have proven in no limit of time, by a preponderance of evidence, that America lies, most especially about Black people. And let me say something to you, whom I have taught over these years. We know that local government, state government, national governments specifically have lied on Black people on a regular basis, right? We know how they obscure footage to show certain angles so that they can push a certain narrative, right, family? We know that they doctor evidence, right, family? We know they've entered fraudulent evidence, right, family? We know they've lied under oath, right, family? We know they threatened some of our people that if they didn't testify and lie, they would lock them up, give them charges, murder their family, or set them up. Right, family? Let me just say this real quick on the side. Some of you all know how people can doctor evidence. I'm going to say it again for the people in the back. Say it with me. You know how people can doctor evidence, right? God, today. Say it with me. You know how people can doctor what they call evidence, right? You know how they cut off footage so it'll make it look like it's one thing when it's really something else, right? I'm going to say it again because some of you in the B1 community are messing up. Some of you who are discerning ought to know that Vicki is talking about a bunch of stuff right now. I said some of you know how people take footage, video, audio footage, and they doctor it to make it look like it says something. They chop up what they call evidence to make it look like it's one thing. And y'all still slow now? Y'all still want to play with your sister? Y'all still want to play with me? That's all I'm going to give you today. Some of you know how they do in America, but you want to play with me. What is Vicki talking about? But you want to play with me. Oh, yeah, we know how folks do. They'll lie. They'll compel people to say this. They'll chop up evidence, make it look like it's, and y'all want to play with me? You want to play with me? Some of you in the B1 community are being exposed. Is it really black first? Some of you in the B1 community are being exposed. And Vicki's just taking it and taking it and taking it and taking it. And I'm supposed to be patient while some of you catch up. I wish I would. 8 officers involved in the shooting have been placed on paid leave pending the outcome of the probes by the Ohio Bureau of Criminal Investigation and Akron Police Office of Professional Standards and Accountability. It says police tried to stop Walker's Buick about 12:30, June 27, for investigation of an unspecified traffic violation and chased him when he did not pull over. The Akron Police Department said shortly after an officer said he heard a gunshot come from the Buick, Walker jumped out of the car and ran. This is the same line they use, not line. This is the same lie. Notice the word line. All we need to do is take out the N and it's the word lie. The same lie. Y'all keep falling for the same lies. You that call yourself a part of the B1 Black grassroots community, you who are listening to what you should not, you are being exposed. We're not falling for those same lines and lies. The automatic assumption of every person in America should automatically be that they were trying to kill him. We should make that assumption. No intelligent Black person should be slow at this point. Ayo 30s, thank you for your $50 gift, beloved. It's blessed 1,000-fold. Good evening. We missed you. Now, the white kid in Chicago was taken in alive, not beaten or choked after he unleashed 70 bullets on his face. Exactly, my dear brother. All of the white terrorists make it safe and they get to go to Burger King. So let's stop playing like we don't know what this really is. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Share, share, share. Y'all share this broadcast to make sure all of the haters get the Vicki show today too. All of the liars get it. The slanderers get it. And the new people that need to be informed and inspired by my message, make sure they get it. Walker was pronounced dead in the parking lot. Among the images police displayed Sunday were those of a gun they said they found in his car beside a loaded magazine. We know they tried to kill him at least 90 times and 60 plus bullet wounds in his body. We know that even when his body was riddled with all of those bullets, 60 plus bullets, they still handcuffed him. No human would do that. Kay Michelle says she's screaming while she driving, talk black to me. No human would do that. I said no human being would do that. Why is that important? Because when your enemy shows you who they are, we know the nature of a lion and a bear. So there is no human negotiations we do with a lion and a bear. Is that right, family? When you understand the nature of a snake, God, y'all know about snakes and stuff. You know about snakes. Who y'all think y'all messing with? Who? Don't question me. Who? When you know the nature of a snake, you're going to try to tell me what I'm running over? What? Who you think I am? What you think I can see? What you think I know? Who do you think I am? You better tell him, twin. He said, that's Mississippi. You better tell him. Y'all get this Colorado mixed up around this piece. Funny looking self. What you think this is? Oh, it's looking bad. You fool. Some of you Negroes away, some of you been treating me over these past weeks, months, and years. God forbid your funny looking, non-thinking self be on anybody's jury. You would find your own brother and sister guilty right with the open enemy. I'm trying to help some of you think well so that you don't screw up somebody's life on the jury. You can't even think right. You would help the enemy convict your own brother and sister in the deliberations. You wouldn't be strong enough. You would be so weak in there with the 11 other jurors. And you a 50-year-old grandmother, 45-year-old grandmother. You would be so weak. And you would succumb to the 11 other jurors and say, well, the rest of them pressured me. You a whole grandmama in this piece. You a granddaddy with a construction company and you fell under peer pressure because you were scared what the 11 other white jurors would do. I'm trying to help you think, fool. Some of you still come on. Give me some Earls in the chat. Where my Earls at in the chat? For those of you that don't know, Earls are our turtles in the chat. That's what our mascots around this piece. Trying to help you think. Because you get easily swayed. Oh my God, look at you. Whoa, oh my God. What? They said what? What? What have I been doing all these years with y'all? What have I been doing with you? What? She did what? I can't believe it. Wasting our time trying to help you catch up. Hashtag let my people think. You got to hurry up and think for you convict your own brother and sister, fool. And you get a letter in the mail summoning you to court and they pick you as a jury and you right up there with the rest of them. Well, I mean, it looked like he might have. Funny looking self. I'm not going to read no more of this mess. But I will read this, and I got to go. I'm reading Understanding the Assault on the Black Man, Black Manhood, Black Masculinity, written by one of our great scholars and researchers of our day, in my opinion, Dr. Wesley Muhammad, 414 pages. The book looks like this. You can Google it to get the information on where you can get it. Many of you all know Vicki can go scholastic on you, professorial on you, academic on you, turn around and we can just have a good time. And I just get straight to the point. I can be intensely spiritual, metaphysical on you, talk black. Let me do me. Watch this. I'm on page 153. I've read this a number of times. Operation Ferdinand, Creating Docile Black Males is the title. I want you to listen and I want you to consider the day that you're in. The seeming success of the Civil Rights Movement, the Civil Rights Act of 1964 and the Voting Rights Act of 1965 had already greatly perturbed those elements of American society committed to the old racial hierarchy. The nonviolent activism, agitation, and the social disobedience that were the tools of civil rebellion provoked the ire of the law and order establishment. Y'all listen. Let my people think. Tell them, sis. That's right, Rashida. Show up in many forms. She said, God is guru. Talk black. That's what we do. A governmental backlash was already in development when the game changer occurred. Listen. These are the things that they don't want you to be reminded of, but you need to know. After the arrest of Black motorist Marquette Fryer in August of 1965, how many of y'all remember hearing about that or learning about that? Some of you are too young, but you need to research this. August of 1965, what happened? The Watts section of South Central Los Angeles erupted into 6 days, August 11th through the 17th, of violence and confrontation with the police. Y'all listen, resulting in 34 dead, 1,032 injured, 3,952 arrested, 600 businesses destroyed, and a total damage of 40 million. Pay attention. This is during the 20th century, 1964. What else happened? 1965, August, specifically the Watts riots. Listen, just a few stats. The Watts riot or Watts rebellion was considered at that time the worst race riot in American history. But before the wounds of riots could heal, in July 1967, Detroit blew up after a police raid on a local bar. 5 days of one of the most destructive riots in the history of the United States. The Detroit Rebellion. How many remember hearing about that? How many of my old schoolers that rock with the Vicki show and Vicki Dillard know about that? How many of my young people have researched and studied this? Before the wounds of Watts could heal in July 1967, Detroit blew up after a police raid on a local bar. 5 days of one of the most destructive riots in the history of the United States. What happened in Detroit? The Detroit Rebellion riots in the history. The Detroit Rebellion resulted in 43 dead, 1,189 injured, more than 7,200 arrested. And watch this for those that lie about what our people were actually doing to resist. 2,000 buildings destroyed. 2,000 buildings destroyed. We ain't done though. But these were just a prelude. After the assassination of Dr. Martin Luther King, y'all remember when I busted Keisha Bottom's funny looking self? In that interview, I replayed her interview where she was screaming at Black folks because folks were responding to the unjust, godless murder of Black people. She was more worried about the CNN building, getting a little paint on it. Remember, she said Dr. King would be ashamed, something to that effect. Remember, she talked about how nobody did violence after Dr. King. Somebody say, I told y'all she lied. Let's correct Keisha Lance Bottoms. What had happened was, after the assassination of Dr. Martin Luther King on April 4th, 1968, over 100 American cities saw riots or some form of rebellion during what has been dubbed the Holy Week Uprising. Somebody tell her over 100. 100, that's my Mississippi. That's from the dictionary, not the dictionary. The dictionary is my book of words. Somebody say 100. It's not 100, it's 100. Over 100 cities. And that's why they dubbed it the Holy Week Uprising. Some of the biggest rebellions were in Baltimore, Washington, D.C., Chicago, and Kansas City. Listen, these uprisings shook the nation. The causes were studied. Did you all know this? No, because they don't tell you about this. They don't tell you about your ancestors. Just the other day, there was wreaking hell all over this country, way before Dr. King's assassination and certainly after. These uprisings shook the nations. The causes were studied and recommendations were made that could prevent future explosions. After the Watts Rebellion, the McCone Commission, somebody write that in the chat, because I want you to teach this to your children. I want you to research it and study it, because y'all got stuff twisted. It wasn't the voting. Remember, I started this section by telling you that they had already won. They had just signed the Civil Rights Act of 1964 and then the Voting Rights of 1965. That still didn't stop Black folks from being murdered. So the moment Black folks stopped dealing with inside the establishment, what caused the government to act, beginning with this McCone Commission, MCCON, established by the what? California Commission. McCone Commission, excuse me. Let me read this right. After the Watts Rebellion, the McCone Commission established, that's right, the McCone Commission. Yes, the McCone, MCCON, that's it. Thank you, Shalina. The McCone Commission, established by California Governor Pat Brown, identified the root of the riot. Notice, when all this started to happen, the government started to act. The people it wasn't the voting, because the people's already voting, remember? The government started to act. Is Vicki endorsing violence? No, I'm reading you your history lesson. And I'm trying to tell America, is this what you want from this current generation? Certainly this is not what you want us to do. Vicki teaches her followers, Vicki teaches those that listen to her not to immediately resort to violence. America, you're giving the LGBTQ folks benefits. You're helping the white Afghans over in this country. You're helping the Ukrainians and stuff. You're giving the AAPI, the Asian Pacific Islanders, all kinds of money and political protections. But you're still giving us nothing. What is America trying to get us to do? We don't tell folks to be violent. No. But the McCone Commission, established by California Governor Pat Brown, came because of this. All of a sudden, the government started to do studies and stuff. Watch what they discovered. The root of the riot they discovered that the root of the riot was high unemployment, poor schools, and the inferior living conditions of Black people. Sound like it's the same stuff to me. The 101-page report, which was called, here's some receipts, y'all can research it, Violence in the City, an End or Beginning. That was the name of the report. Here's the rest of the name of the report. A report by the Governor's Commission on the Los Angeles riots of 1965. Look it up. Made specific recommendations to eradicate the social causes of the violence, such as more job training, increased low-income housing, emergency literacy programs, etc. Most of these were not acted upon. Likewise, somebody say likewise. After the Detroit Rebellion, President Johnson established the National Advisory Commission on Civil Disorders. It was the streets that moved governors and presidents. It was the streets. Now, we're not telling our people to just go out and do this. I'm trying to tell you, you got a history of provoking violence. Surely you're trying to avoid this, America. Surely. The National Advisory Commission, again, this was by President Johnson. Yes, President Johnson, y'all listen. The National Advisory Commission on Civil Disorders, also known as the Kerner Commission. How many of y'all remember the Kerner Commission? Kerner. How many of y'all remember hearing about that? That's what it was also known as, the Kerner Commission, to investigate the causes in Detroit. The final 426-page Kerner report released on February 29, 1968 concluded that the riots resulted from Black frustration at the lack of economic opportunity and called for the creation of new jobs, new housing construction, and the end of the de facto segregation that created the ghetto environment. Derek, thank you for your gift. Your super chat is blessed 1,000-fold. Derek said, yell that truth, queen. You see, I'm getting hoarse. I'm yelling it for you, beloved. I'm yelling it for you, baby. Thank you for your gift. Listen. The 426-page Kerner report already told them why Black folks is dealing with what's going on. It says, again, these sober assessments and recommendations were ignored. Instead, the government gave ear to a different analysis of the riots and invested large sums of money to pursue and implement a different set of recommendations. Guess what that different set of recommendations was, y'all? Dr. Wesley names the next section, mind murder, creating Black zombies. He's getting into the fact that this 3 Harvard professors published a letter in the Journal of the Medical Association entitled Role of the Brain Disease in Riots and Urban Violence. In other words, I don't have time to get into that right now. In other words, they started using science and medicine to tamper with the big Black brain. They tried to say that something is wrong with us mentally, to justify new methods of what's known as non-kill method, a non-kill method. They'll give you all the drugs and you're a walking dead man. They'll mess with your brain. They'll start tinkering with your brain, doing scientific experimentations on your brain, instead of addressing those reports that was commissioned by the president and even a governor. And they, America, admitted the problems in Black society, but just chose not to do anything about it. America, in the wake of these bloody summers, blood that you shed, in the wake of these very, very hot summers that you really can't afford, surely you want to avoid violence amongst our people. Our people did not need military weapons. And thousands of buildings were destroyed, millions, billions of dollars if we're going to update the numbers based on modern figures. They didn't need weapons. Dozens of people died, thousands injured. Others were locked up. I got to get ready to go, family. That was just sheer streets. They weren't using Rittenhouse military weapons. Your little run-of-the-mill white boy terrorist out in this piece. You don't want that, do you? We're not encouraging. You don't want us to encourage our people to do that kind of stuff. You watch my show, you know I encourage our people not to be the aggressor. America, you better do right. I fear that you're trying to instigate something that you ain't going to be able to contain, baby. And it's not just the people on the streets. You must also account to the unseen army that's working it from the higher realms that you have certainly upset and angered. I'm your sister with the normally curly braids. I was kind of straight today. I love you so much. Just getting in from LA. I want to also show you something really quick. I'm going to post on my Instagram picture this brother by the name of Ajamu Baruti. Ajamu Baruti. I want to start posting this more. I started the show by showing you $1,000 worth, $1,000 gift that I won because I was the highest bidder at an auction at a charity event. It's not because I was the richest person in the room. It's because I was determined to save up enough money to be a blessing on behalf of the streets. You all know I have a reputation of giving money to students in colleges. Before I came to social media, I was giving thousands of dollars to students. Some of you may or may not know I ran a food bank, had a food bank at one time, paying cash out of pocket for every person that called. I used to teach in women's prisons before I was locked up. My program in the state of Colorado was approved. It was called Jailhouse Rock Academy. Just giving you a couple of receipts and stuff. Just gave to clothing banks, thousands of dollars for our people here in America, and also Black missionaries that touch the world and doing activist work. You can check that record. And for my haters, when the judge sentenced me, she claimed that she showed me mercy and gave me 15 years less than what I could have had because of the receipts of my work. So some of you that run your big fat mouth about me long before I came to social media, even a caring judge, a federal caring judge, acknowledged my good works. Notwithstanding, they have tried to limit my impact, obviously, because when you are dealing with a quote unquote record, it makes it difficult for me to go do some of the work that I was previously doing. Plus, for the past many years, I've been dealing with a serious autoimmune illness. So that has slowed down a lot of my physical presence in spaces and places. So just watch your mouth and y'all talking. But there are other ways to make impact. This is my brother, Ajamu Baruti here. This is his son. This is Ajamu Baruti. He's in his 60s now, fit, been in prison, I believe now 30 some odd years. He's in a prison in Michigan. I'm going to post his picture and I'm going to post his information. I would like for you all to write him. And if you choose to put money on his books, which he has not asked for, do so. If you feel led. When I got out of the belly of the beast, it was not lawful for me to be, they restricted other felons and stuff that you could communicate with. And so because I was trying to be very circumspect, I had a family member do it. So it's been, I thought it was 7 years, but my family member told me it's been almost a decade that I've been regularly doing what I can to support. And I would just simply say, for those of you who are led, write our brother, drop him something, a line in the mail. I'm going to post this later. And let him know that your sister with the curly braids, Vicki, he has no idea all of what I'm doing. He has no idea I'm telling an audience to do this. But if you feel led, send a postcard, send 2 or 3 lines. If you got $10, $20 or something, put something on his books. And if there's anything more you all feel that you can do, because he's still there unjustly, I'll let him tell you his own story. Expect more information like this coming from me. But I'm going to start to put a little bit more stuff out there because y'all got so much to say. Love you so much. I'm your sister with the curly braids. You are my bliss. Please let everybody know that they can now find me building my own new channel here at VickiDillard.tv. I give thanks to each and every one of you. It's pull up summer. Certainly more to come. Long live Jayland Walker.